Um, the usual Ugandan, and if you don't know how to do laundry, you're out of the house. So I told my husband when we had gotten our first night, I'm like, you know what, honey, I don't know how to do laundry, but is it okay? He's like, no, don't worry. Then we're living that east of Kampala, and there's a slum nearby us called Kawempe. So I down there, looked for one of the ladies. She came in. Can you do my laundry? She's like, yes. I was so happy. Oh, my laundry problem had been solved. Come in every 2 days, do my laundry, and then go back home. So after 3 months, it was perfect. My laundry was, yes, my marriage was saved. So, but after 3 months, after like a week, she disappeared. I was seated next to a pile of laundry. You can imagine my face. Yes? She's called Agnes. I was like, Agnes, how could you do this to me? So I did the laundry, went down to Kawempe to look for Agnes. When I went to Kawempe, they told me she had started a market stall down there. So I reached Agnes. I'm like, why would you deny me at my laundry? She's like, no, Hajat, I did not do that. Actually, I wanted to come down to you and thank you for how you've changed my life. I'm like, but you changed my life. How did I change your life? So she tells me, with the money that you've been paying me through the laundry, I actually started a small business store. I was like, what? You've become rich through me? So, so anyway, she tells me, yes, and you don't know, but the business I've started has let me get out of my violent relationship. I was amazed. I got the aha moment. I was like, there's money here. So I told her, get up ladies like you. We set up a business. We set up the J Mobile Laundry business. You will say, because of that business, I was able to employ over 30 ladies. We would go do laundry washing for bachelors. Money they save out of the businesses, they would be able to start their own small businesses like Agnes. It was quite a success, a beautiful business. Took me for Yali, the US Embassy, thank you. I went to the United States of America. When I reached Dartmouth University, they took us through this training. At the end of the 6 weeks, the last week, we went to Washington, D.C., and I got this amazing moment. Yeah, we were in the audience, seated. I felt I was very far from President Barack Obama, men in the world. And while I was seated, so annoyed that I was all those ends, I didn't get to grab him in the hand. And then later, during his speech, he speaks about me. Mayanja Jamila. Do you know what that means? Yes? Image is quite firm, but it was an amazing moment for me. I got back home. Our ladies were featured on BBC. Guys, I was famous. Yes? Because of Barack Obama. But when I reached home and went back to my girls, my famousness wasn't making sense anymore. It wasn't making sense. I had started the business to help the ladies, but it wasn't working out anymore. I was very, very sad that I was getting all the newspapers looking for me, but it wasn't the case anymore. Some of the ladies that I was helping had gone back to the situations I had helped them get out. Why? A lady like Peace, one of the ladies that I had met, she was raised by a single mother. When she reached her P7, she was dropped out of school. Her mother couldn't keep her in school. She either gets married or she gets work. So she decided to go get work. She decided to work with her mother. Her mother would wait at 6 p.m., go to the slum areas, the roadside of Waise, that's still in the northeast of Kampala, and try and sell fries, because she didn't have the money to set up her own business stall, you know, with the KCCA permits and everything. So she joined her mother to help her with the business. When she joined her mother, her first day, she dozed off. But during the business, one of the men came and told her mother, oh, by the way, when you leave tonight, I'm waiting for you, huh? And winked at her mother. She was in shock. Her mother was very sad that her daughter had actually seen her sell herself off. Her mother told her, you know what, you're even dozing. She became so mad, you're dozing, I can't have you working with me. What I'm going to do, I'm going to connect you to one of my friends that have a restaurant in Kalere. If some of you have been on Kalere, it's over the Northern Bypass. It's full of a big market and mostly garages by men. So Peace by then told me she would walk a kilometer to Kalere to get to work. And the moment she would get to work, she would immediately get into getting food orders for that lady. She tells me her first client was a man who told her, for me to give you a food order, I need to touch either your boobs or your butt. This traumatized her. She's like, no way. I did not leave school, did not come to this work to do this. The second man told her the same. The third man told her the same. Every day to work, she would go to sexual harassment, verbal harassment, everything. One of her worst moments was one of her best clients who didn't really harass her so much. Told her, you know what? Oh, peace, sweetheart. Come into the back and get my food order. When she came into the back, she's like, this is my best client. She found the guy completely naked. This place being a huge, crowded place, the first thing that came into Peace's voice, very big shout. She shouted so much. Fortunately, she was helped. So when I had started at J-Mobile, taking you back, she's one of the girls that I hired in J-Mobile. You know, 70% of the most extreme poor in the world are women and girls. And when I was with Uganda Police reported over 1 million girls every year are sexually harassed. Can you imagine that? Isn't that shocking? And they're harassed because over 85% of girls drop out of school every single year. So they do not have the skills, they don't have the knowledge, they do not have the capacity to go and look for work and sustain themselves. So they have to look for petty work, for petty situations to survive. Those are some of the girls that were in my laundry. But by the time when I started it, I didn't have room to understand their stories. When I came back from my beautiful moment by Barack Obama, I found peace when, despite the small business she had started, she had gone back now to the streets of Boise to sell herself. But I went back and researched about my strategy, and it wasn't doing what I wanted to do. I wasn't changing the lives that I wanted to change. I wasn't fighting the gender-based violence I wanted to change. So I sat down one day in my room, and I was watching, who loves animations? Cartoons? So animations are like my therapy. Because when I'm doing my work in Smart Girls, I get so involved. So sometimes when you can't help someone, I sit back. Cartoons make you feel a hero. Zootopia is about this young bunny that wanted to be a policewoman. So she came from the village and went to Zootopia, which was a city where anyone can be anything. I've wanted to be a superhero once in my life. But anyway, despite this. So I was watching that movie. To take you back, the biggest issue why these girls were falling out of J-Mobile was they were doing too much washing and they were falling sick. Yes? And then the businesses they would create was small, either tailoring, salooning, or small stalls or food stalls. So since they were in this slum area, in the same area, they were struck clients. So they would later, Peace tells me she would give up. Like, I'm struggling with Annette, I'm struggling with this one. So I was there in a dilemma. How might I make my ladies believe in themselves, create businesses that have ready market for them? While I was watching Zootopia, my Uber guy comes and picks me up. In the Uber car, he always would pick me up. And then he was telling me about how his dad owns a garage. And then he wants me to help him try and attract more men, how I have girls all over me all the time. So good marketeer. He was going on and I was going, he was like, have you run mad? Girls with Tools was born in an Uber car. Can you believe it? I told him, take me to your father right now. I want us, me and you, a partnership. Yes, I'm an amazing lady. I'm good in marketing. I want to bring my girls and they learn how to service a car. That is not a woman's job. That's a man's job. It's like, I want only servicing. I want them to do welding. I want them to drive big trucks. I want them to be carpenters. You know what I'm saying? Is that up in Kampala, but I went to the US and I was like, anyway, proposals and see if people can join us. We went to one of the guys who owned a petrol station that we are promoting fornication. Can you imagine? Another one told us, no, I can't see that working, leave my office. You understand? That gave me more. I had to prove to them what boys can do, girls can do. Gender equality, you know what I'm saying? Yes? Susan Parker Burns in the US sent her a proposal, and then she decided to support us. That was a good support for us. On March 8th, we launched the Girls with Tools program. We had a big crowd because we were going in a male-dominated career. So I thought of, if this girl goes under a car, there will be that angry, that eager man who wants to make use of it. The next thing he will hear is a kick in his balls. Yeah? We got that done. So the Girls with Tools changed all these girls' lives. One of the girls, the Rita, very small girl, when she gets down to do mechanics, people don't believe it because she's quite small. She has the same stories with like most of the girls that are in the program. She left school early, then her parents wanted to marry her off. All of them were raised by single mothers. But because of the Girls with Tools, they are now empowered. Yes? Girls with Tools has given most of the girls who have been survivors of gender-based violence to give them a chance to prove to the people who violated them that they have the power in their arms to change their lives. So I want to do something with you. I want you to hold out and imagine you have a tool in your arms. Come on, come on, come on. Yes? I want you to say with me these words. It's a tough world out there for girls and women. I have the tool in my arms to impact at least one girl. And the tool means either your time, your knowledge, just even your smile, and your money. And those who have money, you can see me after here because I have babes at work to launch next year. Thank you so much. That was my time.